So welcome back to Archicad in minutes. In our today's lesson, we'll look at how to go about your layout book. So if you remember in our first class, Archicad navigation, Archicad interface, so we talk about the navigation bar, which is here. So part of our model, this is our project map, then followed by view map, and then followed by layout book. So in layout book, this is where you put them in your title panels. So if you look at it, these are all presets, having the sheet index, floor plans, elevations. So let's click on floor plans, under floor plan, and then we have the ground floor. So basically, if you come down to these properties, you have A3 landscape and you have the settings. So basically in our designs, we make use of A3, not A2. So by default, you only see A4 portrait, A3 landscape, A2 landscape, and A1 landscape. So we have A3. So if I want to change these settings now of this to A3, I will come down here and then I will click on A3 landscape. So if I click back on this, I have my drawing somewhere not at the center of the title panel. So if I want to edit it, I will make sure that I put it well inside the title panel, not an assumption. For example, I do it this way. If I take it up, I will know what is the divided ratio. So I have 35, which is 17.5 at the end of the day. So you will see that your drawings is well placed in your title panel. If you want, you can go ahead and do for the other side. Which is 37.5. So you have it at the center. So this one is for our set plan. If you look at it, it's at ground level, so it's for our set plan. So in this case, this one you can edit it. Set plan. I can highlight this, Ctrl+C, then I will edit. So this is my set plan. Then coming down to this one too, I have to change this to A3. So in this case, if you don't want to waste much time, so what I personally do is I pick a reference point and create, I can cut it. So it's good to get it exact, because sometimes when you open some drawing, you will see the drawings are not at the center. So if I want, I can put it here, or I can put it under the actual layout. So if you look at it now, if I go back, you will see that they are virtually at the same level or at the same point. So in this case, this one, I have it this way. This is the floor plan. So I can come back here and change this one to floor plan. I will highlight this and then I will bring out this, and then I have it. So the other one, which is, I believe, is supposed to be the roof, but it's not showing. So if a plan is not showing or is showing you blank, what you need to do is you need to right click on it, then come to link drawing to, and then you check where is your drawing. So my drawing is supposed to be at this point, so I'm linking it up. So for my sub plan, I need to check, is it at the sub plan? So it's at the sub plan, so I'm good. So this is how you will check whether your drawing is showing or is not showing. So this one, I will allow you to centralize everything. So if you look at it now, coming down to the A3, so by default, this is your title panel with these presets. So if you want, you can change them manually from here, or if you want, you can change them from the settings. So from the settings, we'll come to File, we'll come down to Info, and then we'll come down to Project Info. So on Project Info, like in this case, we already changed the project name to Archicad in Minutes. If you look at it up here, Archicad in Minutes 2-bedroom bungalow, then project description, proposed residential development, and then project ID is this. So if you want, you can change it from here, and then automatically it takes the correction from this point, or you can just manually override it. Modified by, you put name, then drawing scale, like this hash, no need for you to edit it, because once you place in your drawing, it will read the drawing scale automatically, and then the drawing name it reads automatically, and then you have your layout ID. So in this case, you may need to have drawing title. So we can come down to scroll down to title, and then we can put linear drawing title or built-in title. So this one you can adjust it maybe to 3, depending on how big you want it. So if you want to extend this one beyond, you can extend it to the boundary. If you don't want to see an element, you can minus. For example, I don't want to see this part in my drawing, so I can minus this. So you can trunk it. So, and then this one, you can extend it. You can extend this title panel, drawing title, and then this one you so if you want it to be a bit above, you click on this, so you have it as a subplan, which is your good. If you want, you can change it to a built-in to this, which is also good. And then you have your revision history, so when you do some changes, so it will show you all the detail. And this one you can change it from your, you can change this one to your company logo and you put it. So if you look at this one, we created one. So this is just one example. It may not be necessarily vertical, it can be horizontal. So we have everything, our notes, our logo, we insert it, and then client, project title, and then design by, and then layout ID. So we have everything. So for example, now assuming that we have this site plan, and then we want to change the layout ID, so we can come down to this, and then we edit. So in this case, I have to reposition mine to fit in. So mine is going to be something like this. So you see, I have my site plan automatically updated, and then my drawing ID has been edited, and then the scale. So this one, you can go down and again to edit the remaining ones. Make sure that you are clicking the right layout. And if you don't have, if you want to drag and drop from view map, this is how you go about it. You click down on this tree, and then you come down to show organizer. So under show organizer, from view map, whether you use this one or this, it's all the same. So assuming I created sections, and if you look at this, I don't have sections here. I don't have sections. So what I will do is that I will just drag and drop the section to this point. So automatically it will generate. But in this case now, I mistakenly leave it at A2. So which is, I have to come and be changing the manual. So what I will basically do is, I will click on my panel that I want. Let's just say this, and then I will right click on it, and then set as a default. So now if you look at this good, now it's shifted to this. If I make this one to be as default, it will shift to this. So I'm making this one as default. So if I drag and drop the section now to this point, automatically it picks the title panel and my drawing is well placed here. And then you can do other adjustment that you want to adjust. So these ones are for section. And then the other thing is you need to know how to arrange your layout book in a professional way. If you look at it, we have our site index here. So I personally drop mine down. So we have the floor plans, the sections, the elevations. If you click on each and every one, you will see it. Sections are here, floor plans are here. I usually take site plan out. So site plan is an independent. Then I have my floor plan, which is the floor plan and the roof plan. Or if I have other floors, then you can have other ones, maybe interior elevations. You can have other ones for details. So you can, it's good you put them in a hierarchy in folders so that it will be easier to check in. And at the end of the day, that's what we call BIMX. So if you export it, it will follow that folder structure even in BIMX. So it's good you adopt folder design. And if you are dealing with architectural drawing, mechanical, electrical, so at the end of the day, you have to create a subfolder. You create a new subfolder, and for example, we name it architectural drawings. So this one, I can highlight everything and put it in this. And then again, you can come down here and click new master layout and create your new layout, which is, for example, I can name it for my cover page. Cover page. So I don't want this, I want it to be the whole of the panel. So create, so I have my cover page. So in cover page, I can have a different design for it. So I can use what we have here. I can create new layout and say cover page, and then I will choose the cover page which is here. So I can put my cover page at the top of this. So if you look at it, I'm not dragging to inside of this, but to outside, and then everything is in order. So go and explore more about the layout book. In our next lesson, we will look at how to make use of what we call the publisher sets. So thank you and see you in our next lesson.